Hello, everybody here in the podcast world. This is your boy Daryl to Motivate here with another great episode of Motivated to the Max. Once again, I am your host, Daryl to Motivate. And those of you all that are listening here on the Waves of Podcasts, if you can just do me a great favor and share for whatever platform stuff that you're listening on, that you just share so we can get this great inspirational motivation across the nation, across the world, so everybody can be what? Motivated to the max. Like I said, this is your boy Daryl to Motivate, and I got to go over 3 simple rules before we get started on today. Rule number 1, we come in here hot, and that's honest, open, and transparent. Rule number 2, we coming in lit, living in thankfulness. That's right, I said it. Lit means living in thankfulness. And then number 3, be yourself. All right. And so also before we get started, we do the 10-second count off rule for the detox. This right here is to help anybody need to get rid of all the bad, negative vibe, detox all the negative stuff out of them, so they can be recharged and be fully ready to be going forth from what God needs for them to do for God's purpose. Here go your 10-second count off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we just cast that thing on out of here on today. So I'm praying, hoping you guys are doing well. I know this is like the Thanksgiving season. We know tomorrow, on Thursday is Thanksgiving. So you probably done heard some of the people done talked about on being thankful and everything. So guess what? What are you thankful for on today? I know for an acronym that I use when I use the word LIT. That's right, it was LIT, lit, and I use the acronym as in living in thankfulness. And so I want to come back with you guys on today with that, on living in thankfulness. Things might have not been going your way this year, this year and everything like that. I mean, I can speak for me, because you talking to a brother who just came out of, from right now, he's a double amputee, a person who done had surgery, a person who done been to the point for where they think they would not be able to make it, they would not be able to move around, do what they need to do. I mean, you was talking to a person who was once thought that they was withered down to nothing, but guess what? Your boy is still moving. Your boy is still creating new content. Your boy is still going forth and doing the things that God has called for me to do. So check this out. Living in thankfulness, from where I was looking in, and it, I was also hearing from, shout out to Maximizing Life Family, Worship in Life Cafe, Elder Janelle Strickland, from where we was coming out of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16 through 18. And then the main thing for what caught me from when reading through that was, no matter the circumstances, no matter what, you still have to be giving God thanks in Christ Jesus. And I'm probably just paraphrasing that some. And so, but then for the thing we're really coming for, we're like, no matter the circumstance, like no matter what, I am still thankful of everything for what's been going on with me. I am still thankful for, I'm thankful for the negative, and I'm thankful for the positive. Some people probably look at me like, Darren, why are you thankful for the negative stuff? I mean, we want to be thankful for all the positives, but yeah, you're right. I am thankful for all the positive stuff, but I'm also thankful for the negative stuff and what's been going on in my life. The reason why I say I'm thankful for the negative stuff that's been going on in my life and everything like that, because that negative stuff for what's been going on, it has allowed me to push even more for God. Yeah, I know I probably done messed up so many people, and people be like, dang, why he gotta say it like that? Why he gotta do me like that? And everything. Like, I don't want to be thankful for some of the people who don't hurt my feelings, who don't talk junk about me and everything like that. I say, yo, I am thankful for, look, let me go ahead, let's put it to you in, like, let's go ahead and be 100. Let's go ahead and keep it true, keep it real with you guys right here. I am thankful for the ones who've been talking junk about me, because that allowed me to keep on pushing for me to be even greater. I am thankful for the ones who's been lying on me, talking about that I'm not this and I'm not that. That some people probably say I should stop doing podcasts, stop doing Facebook lives and everything like that. But then you know what? It pushed me to be something. It's pushing me to do something more greater with me. It's pushing me to do even more greater for God. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter on what other people say about you. It doesn't matter what other people may do to you. It doesn't matter from where some people may try to sabotage your stuff or anything like that. Yo, I am thankful because it's allowing me to push even harder for God. Yes, and I'm thankful for I'm thankful for all the good things of what's going on right now. Yes, I'm thankful for, I got the podcast up going and it's rolling great right now. I am thankful from where I am at a place right now from where when things may come up kind of hard, kind of rough and everything like that, I'm able to be able to say, you know what? It's going to be okay for me to get back up again and to be able to move it forward, to keep on doing the things of what God said that I can do. I know some people might be like, well, we hear stuff like this every day. And then, we all say, we're thankful for our families. We're thankful for, for us to have a place to stay. We're thankful to have a vehicle. We're thankful for everything like that. I say, but for me, I am thankful for the positive and also the negative. Because in the same token, while I'm going through the negative things or anything like that, it's allowing me to push even harder for my God. Yeah, that's right. I said it. It's allowing me to push even harder for God. And some people may be like, I'm thankful for the good, but why should I be thankful for like all the stuff on what I done been through? And then look at it like this. If you was not allowed to go through what you was going through, you would not be able to handle the process on where, I said, this is right now the time for you to go through the process on where God needs for you to be at for him. And one moment, take self out of it. Take yourself out the situation. And, and some of us will always wear like the little bracelets and everything, talking about like, what would Jesus do? Bracelets and everything like that. So put yourself, so take self out of it. And then put something like, well, Lord, what would Jesus do at this time right there? And, and let's go ahead and keep this thing honest. Jesus went through a lot. From where people done doubted him, people done talk junk about him. And so Jesus was at a point for where he like, you know what? I don't have to go and retaliate, talking about, yeah, I did this, I win, you lose and everything like that. Pretty much, like to me, how the way I looked at Jesus was like, the proof is in the pudding. And then, you hear like the proof is in the pudding. So, Jesus' character spoke for itself. And so his character, he was always loving. He was always caring. He was always willing to step in the prayer. And it was at times from where I sit right here and I want to say like, God, you allowed your son to die on the cross for all of my sins and everything. And, I was wondering sometimes, Jesus, like, why you do that? And someone was done treated you dirty. But then I sit at a point right now from where people had done me dirty, but then the same token, I like, you know what? I still got you though. I know that's kind of far-fetched. We're like, well, why in the world? Like, well, why would you do that? I know that's kind of far-fetched for people right there. I said, but you know what? But I thank God because one, God's the one who's keeping me. And I cannot take myself out of my character just because somebody done did me dirty. So guess what? I am living in thankfulness. Even though when somebody done did me dirty, I'm still able to continue on the characteristics that God has given me for me to keep on saying, you know what? I got to keep on moving. Let's go ahead and keep it real. It's been times where I've been like, man, you know what? Forget you. I don't say, pretty much forget everybody. But then I'm at a point in time right now from where it's like, I said, like, I can't be like that all the time. I have to be at a point from where I have to be like, you know what? Let me take this step back. Let me analyze let me look at some things. Let me analyze. I say, man, let me take out analyze that level. Let me sit here and let me pray on some things right here. Let me sit right here and be like, you know what? People may think that I can't do this, but I can. And some of us will be like, well, I can do things, through Christ who strengthened me and everything like that. I say, yeah, you're right. But then how come we're not living in the thankfulness that God has placed right there? Because, why haven't we fully like walked in that type of characteristics and that character? Because, despite everything for what we have done, God still loves us. And I thank God that God still loves me. Because trust me, I have done some things back in my past. I've done some things from where it'll make you think like, man, I'd have been knocked you out. But you know what? But I thank God for showing me grace. I thank God for showing me love. I thank God for, help building my self-confidence up. I thank God for allowing me to be an overcomer. Because when you hear so many times somewhere, man, like, well, how did you get through this? How did you do this? How did you do this right here? And then when I sit right there and I say, you know what? God had to get me through this thing. And then some people be in such disbelief. They're like, nah, like you had to do something. Like you had to do this right here. You had to do this. I said, well, okay, then cool. Let's go ahead and let's keep it real up there. I said, yes, a lot of things I had to do. I had to change how the way I eat. I had to discipline myself. I had to get myself in a mindset for where I said, you know what? I can't do this. God had allowed me to stay alive for me to go through this for a reason. So, cause I know that for me going through this right here, there's somebody that needs to hear my story from where I can be able to be a testimony to them to let them know and say, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. Just like for where I was on the spoken word with the Princess of Poetry on the Bachelor News on radio station and everything, from where we was sitting there, we was talking, and then she said, yo, like, what would you tell your people, for everything for what you done been through? Like, what would be one advice that you can give them? And the advice of what I was saying, say, yo, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So you have to want it because it's possible for you, but do you want it that bad? So then, you want to be at a point. I said, look, I'm at a point right now. I want to be living in thankfulness so bad from where I have to go to a point from where people done did me dirty and everything. I had to be able to turn the other cheek and to be like, you know what? It's cool. And then, I'm not telling you to stop being human, because we all may be upset on some things and what's been going on and everything. But then at the same time, when you see yourself going through a process that God wants you to go through, when you're going through this process from where like you're trying to make changes in your life, but things just keep coming at you and everything like that. I am thankful for me making a change, but I'm also thankful for the process, because if I didn't go through the process, then change couldn't have happened. If I did not go through the process, if I did say, you know what, I'm not going through all this process, then that means I am quitting on making the changes that God want to make in me. I'm canceling all that out, because you know why? Because I don't want to go through a process. I don't want to go through this hurt. I don't want to go through where I have to cry sometimes. I don't want to go through from where people going to talk junk about me and everything. Yo, for me to be able to get the change and for me to be living in thankfulness and everything, I have to be willing to go through the process. I have to be willing to go through that process. And so like today, I want to come to you guys and be like, yo, are you living in thankfulness? This is like a part 2 from when I talk about the first time. If you want to go back into the library and motivate to the master, where I have done a thing about living in thankfulness. But are you living in thankfulness? Are you thankful? And I know some people probably look at me like, this dude is crazy as I don't know what. But yo, I am thankful for the stuff from what I had to go through. I mean, sure, you're talking to a person right now, yo, who almost died 3 times while in the hospital. 3. And then you know what? I still thank God that I went through that process. Because